Hey guys, it's Mikko from ML Sound Lab, and today I wanted to demonstrate the MIKKO Reflex plugin with an analog reg. So let me just quickly explain what I have going on here. This is my pedal board that I use with my band, and many times I'm using a completely different amplifier at rehearsals. It's a 2204, so that's Marshall JCM 800 from the 80s. Right now I'm using the Mark Tremonti Polaroid Smith 100 watt head on the medium channel on that one. So what I'm essentially doing is I'm influencing all the different gain stages with this pedal board. So I'm using my compressor pedal as the clean channel of this amplifier. So I'm compressing my guitar signal and lowering the volume. Then I'm using all these different gain pedals. So like a tube screamer, a clon, and a fuzz for different gain stages. And then my modulation effects are a chorus CE2, that's actually a vintage one, so that's pretty rare. And then just your basic Phase 90 MXR. And all my time-based effects are digital right here. Apart from that, I'm using a wah that is auto-engaged. So no matter what sound I'm actually using, for example here, I can always just stomp on this and and if I use like a drive sound, I can do the same thing. So whenever I want to have wah, I just stomp on that. And apart from that, I'm always using the Peterson tuner because it's the best tuner in the world. That's enough talk about this. Maybe if you guys are more interested, I can go through the amazing cable management that I have going on right here. As you can tell, I hate pedal boards. Anyways, what we're demonstrating today is the MIKKO Reflex plugin that we just came up with, and one of the main purposes and main use cases for that plugin is to use it with real amplifiers and load boxes. Obviously, if you have a modeler like a Helix LT like I have there, or if you have something like an Axe FX or a Quad Cortex or whatever you may have, that makes it super easy for you to use the MIKKO Reflex. And once you have your mic up there, you can just export it as a wave IR and use it on your modelers. I'm using a preset from MIKKO Reflex called AC Van DC. That is just hinting that I'm using a preset that is using pre-roller speaker. So that is a pre-roller, meaning that the greatest vintage greenbacks ever to exist. And the 75 version of that is the one that was used by AC/DC, Van Halen, and most of the people around that time. And I'm miking it up with a 57, 421, and a 160. And as you heard, the sound is pretty awesome straight out of the box. So that is the cabinet modeling that you are hearing right now. And it sounds like this. Now, if you are completely new to MIKKO Reflex, the awesome thing here is that I can, for example, remove all these other microphones and just use a 57 and play around with the mic position. And I have complete freedom over where to place that 57. So let's just see what that would sound like. And as you can probably tell, so much versatility in just one microphone and all these shaping options. I was just tweaking around with the angle and cap edge position of this microphone, but you can actually tilt the microphone, get a different sound. You can add distance, pull the mic back, and once you have more microphones than one, you can actually play around with their latency. To add to that versatility, you actually have 18 speakers to choose from. So right now we're just using one of these speakers. You have 18 different options here. And all of those options you can actually mic up with 8 different microphones. So we have multiple speaker presets. What this means is that I'm actually mixing 2 different speaker types. So for example, the Black Gent is likely going to be mixing a blackback and the V30 from the Periphery 3 album, Mesa 4x12 cabinet. So one V30 and a blackback. And this is the sound that you get out of that one. So a completely different sound just by changing that preset. Let's choose something completely different. Let's choose Fat Demonizer. That probably is cancel worthy of a preset name, but we have a Mofo speaker and a Daemon. So that is based on the Hesu Demon speaker and a British Mode 4 V30 variant. This is the sound that you get. I think that would sound awesome with the fuzz, so let's jump to a fuzz. Let's choose something completely different. So one of these preset folders that we have here is called Single Mic, and it's just using one microphone on these speakers, and sometimes that is the perfect thing. So let's choose something completely different, like 57 on a Ruby Alnico speaker. So an Alnico speaker is going to be a little bit darker overall. So let's see what that sounds like. It's just 157 after all. I think that's an awesome sound, actually. Works really well with the strats here. Then let's go for something from the last folder, which is single speaker. So that is where I had the first preset. So this is completely concentrating on a single speaker mic'd up with several microphones to be just the most awesome sound ever. So if we go with Heavy Cream, it's based on the Creamback. And the best thing here is that we have a free version of MIKKO Reflex that comes with the Green 90 speaker. So even the default preset right now is completely free of charge, and you can actually export impulse responses and do your thing to actually try this out. And the main reason you need to try this out is the reflex side of things. So if you haven't heard of these reflex impulse responses and cabinet simulations that we're now doing, This is all about finding an optimized cabinet for a speaker to live in. Traditional guitar cabinets really were not designed for miking up, they were actually designed for live stage use. So we worked together with Zilla and Paul from Zilla to modify a Fat Baby cabinet, essentially to my spec. I wanted something that was as big sounding as an oversized guitar cabinet, but would just be a 1x12 and would be an optimal enclosure for a guitar speaker to live in. And that is exactly what we get with the Reflex cabinets and IRs that we're making. So you need to go check out MIKKO Reflex Free, because even the free version sounds this good. Thank you for watching. I've been Mikko from MO Sound Lab, and see you later. Bye bye.